um, we're going to start and we're live. So, hello, YouTube. My name is Philip, and I'm here to host our talk. And we are going to have a good conversation because this is the moment where you are going to talk about something that everybody I know, everybody does that. That is to complain. We are always complaining. We are complaining about a lot of things. So we're going to talk about that. So Jairo, Gustavo, Wedson, Ju, Nelson, and Aline and Gabrielis, she has just joined us. And anybody here for the first time? First time? No, second.
That's my first time. This is my
First time, Aline?
Yeah.
Great. So I'm going to ask you, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Okay. This is my second class on TNT. And I have some issues with the language and communication. And I'm here to test. I don't know. My name is Aline. I'm 31. I live in São Leopoldo, Rio Grande do Sul. I'm married. I have a son. I don't know. I'm a marketing manager at a technology company. And that's it.
Very good, very good. Welcome aboard. So just to let you know, this meeting, it's a conversational place, and it's in we have the tech talks, we have talks for women, and we have happy hour. We have a WhatsApp group just for students, and I guess my connection, it's, yeah, just a second. I'm going to be out for like 30 seconds because I'm changing connections here. And just a second, yeah. It's at home, so it's kind of complicated. No, I'm back. Okay, now I'm back. All right. Sorry, internet issues. So I'm going to post the questions here so we can follow that. And I guess I'm not going to split us in small rooms. So let's just start with the presentations first. Oh my God, I have changed it, but it hasn't changed the questions. Anyway, so let me just start with the presentations first. Ju, can you present yourself?
Sure. My name is Juliana. You can call me just Ju. I'm from São José dos Pinhais, close to Curitiba, Paraná State. I'm 35 years old. I'm working as SAP Constant. And that's it. I'm here to enjoy and have a good conversation with all of you guys.
Very good. Very good. What about you, Jairo? Can you present yourself? You're muted.
Oh, sorry. It's my turn, right?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
All right.
Present yourself.
I am Jairo. I'm living in São Paulo. I'm here at Talk to at least keep my skills to talk in English, but of course improve it. You know, I live with my dog, 2 cats. I like to play piano. Yeah, and that's it.
Very good. Wetson, and you?
Hey guys, my name is Edson Rodrigues. I was born in Volta Redonda, Rio de Janeiro. Actually, I live in São Paulo for 30 years. I'm married for 7 years. I'm 40 years old. I work as a lawyer for 6 years, specific family law. For example, divorced, separated, problems.
So
of
if
the
anyone here is married and you want to divorce, Wetson is the guy for that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sometimes I work with violence against women. Okay, there are many
Oh, yeah.
people
Important.
these problems.
Yeah.
I live in I live in São Paulo. I like watch movies and series. Study talking for 40 months. That's it.
Very good. 14 or 4?
4
4 months.
months.
Yeah.
Months.
Yeah. Great. Very good. Yeah. And I remember you in the beginning, you were much better, much better, you know. Very good. Good to see that. Okay. So try, yeah, and you are improving your presentation. You're bringing more details about that. This is really important. This is really awesome. Very good. And you, Gabriele, I think it's the first time I see you on an immersion. So present yourself, please.
Hey guys, I'm Gabriele, but you can call me Gabe or Gabi. I live in Rio de Janeiro and I work with customer success, but I graduated in international relations. I'm 23 years old, and in my free time, I like to do a fight called Hapkido. I do it twice a week. It's very good.
Nice.
And that's it.
Nice. Very good. And finally, but not least, last but not least, Gustavo, produce yourself, please.
Yes, I'm Gustavo. I'm 26 years old. I live in Bragança, the countryside of São Paulo State. I work with IT. In my free time, I like to watch series, play video games. I have a dog. I like to walk with him. And I think that's it. And I have a little, I don't know what to say this in English, rhinositis. So sometimes I want to squeeze here.
Rhinitis.
Rhinitis. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just know that because I had to search.
Yeah, that's bad.
Because I also have that. Very good. So I changed the questions a little bit, but somehow it hasn't changed. I don't know what happened. I think I forgot to save. But I have some. I'm going to change a little bit the questions. Okay. So for those who have access to the questions, if you are a pro or premium student, you have access to the website and you have access to the questions. I'm going to change a little bit the questions. Okay. And this is good because it's going to be trickier than before. First, we presented ourselves. Now I want you to complain about yourself. So what I really want you to complain about yourself. And of course, it's live on YouTube, so you don't need to really be so hard on you. But yeah, don't worry about the complaints, but think about something that you want to talk about. Imagine you're talking to yourself, but you want to complain, for example. Philip, and I'm going to talk about myself in the third person. Philip, you are a really impulsive guy. You're really impulsive, and I do not like it because You know, sometimes you're doing this and then you change completely the direction, and it makes me feel really awkward. So I really do not like that. So yeah, this is something I'm complaining about you. So just an example, okay? So anyone here wanna give it a try to complain about yourself? You don't need to talk to yourself in the third person, but you can just, oh, I'm a person that I do this and that and I don't like it. I procrastinate. I don't know. Do not use procrastinate because everybody does that, you know? Just an example. Anyone? Just open the microphone. Jairo, go ahead.
Yeah. Jairo, why you don't like cold weather? It's nice, you know. People always dress well, but still you don't see this positive side of cold weather. So you should like it.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. I'm the south now and it's raining and it's really cold. I
Yeah,
hate that.
yeah,
hate
it's
cold.
yeah, especially when it's cold and raining, right? For me, cold is not that bad, but raining for me it's very boring.
Yeah. Who else? Who else wanna complain about yourself? Aline, wanna try complain about yourself?
Yes. I'm thinking about the word in English for bagunça or
Mess?
organization. Mess, yes. Aline is so messy. um, about everything, about her work and her home and stuff. My room now is messy, too messy. And I'm here.
Mine too. It's like my clothes and everything. Oops. Yeah.
Something like
Very, very good. Very good. Very good. Who else? Who else? What do you want to complain about yourself?
Me. I remember one now. Gustavo, why you always late in some stuff like work and stuff like that? I always get late, and I always try. Oh, we're gonna get it in time, but it's like it's the time I go out of the house is like the time that I need to enter
Yeah,
in the company.
to
So
be
it's not it's not it's not
man.
it's
I
impossible to happen.
I'm exactly like that. Like, oh, if you set something like you set up a meeting or something with me at 10 a.m. and it's like an hour from here, I'm gonna leave the place at 10 a.m. Oh, it's terrible because I really don't want to go to the place. Like, I don't want to leave home. I want to do like, why don't we do a call, you know, or a phone
It's
call
easy.
or something? Yeah, much better, much better. Last person with this one.
Me.
Gabriele,
Mhm.
go ahead.
Yeah. So something I want to complain about myself is I'm really hard to myself sometimes. When are other people, I always relevant and help, but when it's myself, I was so hard, and I become so perfect that I mean to myself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also a good one. Yeah, we could complain about ourselves a lot. And now I'm going to ask the first question to Edson and Ju, starting with Edson. Is it always necessary to complain, and why? Do you understand complain?
What's the question?
Question number one.
Number
Is it
one,
always necessary to complain?
yes, I believe that we can't just look and not say anything. If you notice a mistake, it's important to speak up.
Very good.
That's
Very
it.
good. And you, Ju, do you think it's important always complain or not?
I think it's important, but not always, because I complain about something and it will be helpful, okay, but it just complain for complain because I'm not happy and I want that to someone listen. I think it's too boring and it's completely unnecessary.
Very nice. Very nice. Complain without reasons, right?
Yes.
Aline, do you agree with Ju? What do you think about her answer and your opinion on this question?
Complaint to me is so unnecessary because it makes me free and happy, and I'm kidding, but
Yeah, you release your energy when
yeah,
you complain.
yeah.
Very good, very good. You know what? When it's the first meetings of someone, it's like it's hard to be here. It's not easy to speak English. So it's just practice, you know. As much as you do that, you get more comfortable. And you're doing great. Very good, very good.
Thank you.
Gabrielle, and you, do you complain a lot, and do you think it's necessary to complain every time or not? What do you think?
Like Aline, I like to complain too. But I think sometimes it's unnecessary. We need to see the good part too.
Yeah. Who believes that we should see always a good part on every complaint? Gustavo, Jairo, do you have an idea?
How to do it?
Yeah, do you think it's good to always see the bright side of things, or no, I just want to complain and fuck off the bright side of stuff?
Yeah, I see like that. So every time that someone complains, from my perspective, they are complaining, but they don't really know how to do something. So I don't see the good part of it. I don't see it as a good thing to do, from my point of view. You know, that's very interesting, especially what Wedson said, because I never thought in this way. Like complaints sometimes make sense, but for me, it's like it's something that we should avoid, you know, because complaining, for me, at least for me, means that all right, you are complaining, but what you are doing with this thing that makes you uncomfortable, you know. So complaining, I don't know. I don't know. For me, that's new. But yeah, I do believe that in some ways we should try to find the good point of complaining. But I never thought in this way. You know, that's the first time that I see this kind of perspective, like the good side, or as Edson said. Yeah, but I believe that we should try it. You know, all right, if you you realize that you are complaining, all right, try to see the good point of it. But you know when there is a word in Portuguese, I think it's this very similar in English, resignated, that it means that you are not comfortable with the situation, but you are doing something, you are uncomfortable in that position. That's I think that's the point. But when I hear the word complain, for me, it means that you are just talking, you are doing nothing.
I totally agree. I really agree. Yeah, Very good one. And you, Gustavo, do you have a different point of view?
Yeah, like Jerry said, it makes sense. It's about complain. I think is necessary, but sometimes I think that if you complain to someone about situations, some stuff like that, you'll be sometimes stressed out because oh, I complain about that because the situation I don't like. But sometimes you need to see the point of the view of the other person because sometimes you are complain a lot and it's not good for the health of the other person, mental health. So yeah, I think sometimes you need to complain, but sometimes you see the situation. Oh, I think it's not right to complain right now. I think you can hold up and get your home and uh, stress out with some exercise or complain with yourself or complain with some friend or some stuff like that. Because I think like in the next question, like service or something like that, the other person sometimes don't have the fault to do that. So that happened, that situation happened. So I think it's necessary, but depend of the situation that you are. Because if you're gonna complain, hurt someone, I don't know if it's the right point to do that.
Very good one. And I'm going to change a little bit the second question, bringing what you have just set up. So when is it appropriate to complain? It can be in a restaurant, it can be at work, it can be with your friends, it can be in a relationship, it can be anywhere. When it's the right time to complain? Drew, do you have an idea when it's the right time to complain?
For me, the right time is when uh, it can change a service, it can contribute to make something better. If I'm in a restaurant and I have a bad service or the food that's not really good, maybe it's the right time to not just complain, but give a feedback, try to make it better in a polite way, especially because sometimes people doesn't respect one another. For me, it's bad, there is a right way to complain.
Very nice. And you, Edson, what do you think? Is there the perfect moment or not?
Okay, I believe that feedback is important. It may be that we notice an employee starting and doesn't know how to respond. I prefer to believe that he is making an effort. That's it.
Very, very good one. I like that. Very nice. Aline, and what about you? What for you is the perfect moment to complain on something?
I was thinking here, and I believe that you should complain when you are in an unfair situation, on work or at work, or I don't know, kind of situations, in a relationship, for example.
If you're in a restaurant and you order food and the food is not good, do you complain or you just like, do you complain?
Yeah, I think yes.
Very nice. And you, Jairo?
Oh, that's difficult. I don't know the exactly moment that we should complain, but maybe as Gustav said, so I think we should first think what is the reason of the complaining. Sometimes the complaining is not the inappropriate moment, in the appropriate environment, the place. As you said, for example, let's suppose that I received a not very good food. I was expecting something good, but for some reason it did not happen. I wouldn't complain. because, it was in some ways my fault because I was expecting something that it doesn't happen. So, but it doesn't mean that the food's bad. It's just it doesn't achieve my expectations. But I don't think I should complain about it. But I still have difficulty to understand exactly what is the right moment to complain. Because for me, I really had in my mind that it was something to avoid. So I'm trying still to think how would be a good way, or where would be the good place to complain. Yeah.
If you're in a restaurant, you order food and the food is really awful. Do you complain?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
No, I wouldn't complain. I think probably I would say something. I will never go back here. There's no chance to go back here, but never tell to the like to someone that, oh, this is bad. What happened with the food or something? This is I don't think that I would do that. I understand that sometimes people do this, and for me, that I understand the reason, but for me, it's related to my expectations. So if I went there, I went to the restaurant, I was expecting something good, so I shouldn't expecting something good if I receive, a bad, a bad food or something. So yeah, I'm trying yet to think about it.
That's good. Yeah, I asked it that because I see myself sometimes, and I had like I hired some like a company to provide me services for talk and talk, and it's been like some time now that they are not bringing anything to me. They are just like spending time and not bringing results, and not even results, but at least something. So I was complaining a lot on them and directly to them. And for me, it was something different, something new. I wasn't the person to complain and really to fight for my rights and stuff. It was really hard for me when I was younger.
Yeah, but that's one example that it would be the right time, the right thing to complain. You know, you were expecting a good job, like you are expecting something else than they are delivering, right? Yeah, that's one example for sure. That one thing that I would complain, a service that I request and they didn't, deliver the way that I was expecting.
Or at least what was settled for
Yeah.
the agreement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Gabriele, welcome back. So
Sorry, I fall.
do you complain on your internet contract?
Yeah, because I work with internet, I work home office, I work remotely. So it's very bad. I study, I do all my things with internet, so I complain a lot when my internet is not working.
Yeah. And you, Gustavo, do you when it's the right time to complain on a service or product or an item that you buy? Do you do it like right away, or do you just let it go and go do something else?
It's hard to say the right time, the appropriate time, because I'm gonna say again, it's depend. If you are really angry at something, you probably go more than is necessary. But I know that it's necessary to complain about something because you show your point of view. Oh, I don't like that, and the company have the option to do the right thing or something like that. But I think that the most important thing when you complain about something is to be socialized. So you're not yell with someone, you're not go up and do stuff like that. I'm gonna show up, go show myself here in a restaurant because I don't like the food. Call the waiters, call the chief if you can, and something like that. And for me, it depends. Sometimes I let it go. I don't know if I complain, but sometimes I see that, oh, that's not right, so I'm gonna talk to someone that work in that place. Say, oh, I don't think that's the right thing, that what happened to me. I don't know if I right or wrong. I don't know if that the situation, but I don't like what happened with me. But I think it depends the scenario, but normally I let it go.
Great. Um, Ju, going back to you, have you ever had anyone complaining about you or giving you a feedback that was a complaint actually?
Yes, many times.
And what happened? How did you feel? How did you deal with that?
It's not a complaint. I think it was a feedback, but because I'm very strict and not so empathy. I think it's not empathy.
Empathetic?
Empathetic. Yes, sometimes. And some years ago, I received some feedbacks from my previous boss about it, because I'm at that past I was looking a lot for a result, and sometimes I didn't put the focus on people, and it's not good because you need to have a balance. So this way, people are a little bit not upset, but uncomfortable. I can say that. And I received a feedback about it, and I'm working till now to change.
Yeah, and does it hurt? It still hurt?
No, because for me it's not something wrong. I like when people say for me the truth. I think I have an open mind about it. We are not perfect. You are here in this world to learn. It's a process, and you have different behaviors because you have different backgrounds. So for me, it's natural, it's normal. And I realize, okay, I'm a little bit strict person, I know that. Maybe I should relax a little bit and be more, I don't know, soft person, maybe.
Yeah, this is the kind of feedback that it's really hard because it's hard to change yourself, right? So I'm gonna change myself because and people they need to understand yourself as well. It's not just you. Like I think there is more like, okay, people, my boss want me to be more softer and to, I don't know. I think it's both ways. Not like I have the opposite feedback. I'm a person who speaks a lot and everything. So I get the opposite feedback. So yeah, people are
I
always
know, but
complaining.
when you receive this kind of feedback from some people, I think, okay, now I should listen, and maybe it's time to reflect a little bit,
Yeah.
because I just sometimes we just not realize, because it's normal for us, it's our way. So I think it's very productive have some kind of feedbacks. Of course, it's not easy to listen, and I think some people are not able to understand, When I received the first time this kind of feedback, okay, I was not happy because you want results. I am giving you the results. So what's the matter?
Yeah, exactly. Very good. And Aline, what about you? Have you ever got any complaint about yourself or any feedbacks? How did you feel?
Recently, I got a feedback about my behavior too, about my job. When I use it to not to risk, and I don't know, I don't remember the words.
No, say in Portuguese. Say in
that
Portuguese. What's the word?
I will try. I should try another way to improve my job and risk and investir, sei lá,
to spend,
to spend more money on my campaigns, and I feel so scared to spend too much money, and sometimes I'm not risking, and take me in challenge in bigger challenge. That's it, and I'm working it right now on psychology, on something
very nice.
like this.
Yeah, and this is great. Like, well, yeah, this is really good to think about things and try to do something. Yeah, it's always good. And you, Edson, have you ever got any complaint from anybody or any feedbacks?
What's the question?
Oh, I created the question. It's not in the list. And I like to do that because then if you're following the questions, it's cool, but when we bring something different, it puts you in a different situation, more challenging situation. So did you receive any feedback, like a bad feedback, for example?
Yes, I prefer talking about feedback when see mistakes. In my opinion, all restaurants intend development. In my opinion, in Brazil, for example, I think restaurants not listen feedback. It's important customers talking about feedback, right? That's it.
Yeah, and I really enjoy getting feedbacks, especially at this moment, because there's always room for improvements, and like Talk and Talk is a community, so I'm always listening to people to understand what we can do, what we cannot. So there are a lot of things, and there's a complaint I get every single time, every day, I guess. Oh, I want to be corrected. Everybody wants to be corrected. Everybody, like everybody, really everybody. And I always reply back that we do not correct you because you have been corrected every single time throughout the years in English. So that's one of the reasons why you have a lack of confidence to speak the language. Like Aline was like, oh, I don't know how to say that. So she was about to stop the answer. And then I encouraged her, like, no, go ahead. Then she could express herself, and then she did it. So I think it's more about that. And the immersion, it's more about that. So we are not going to correct. We don't care if you're speaking correctly or not, if there's mistakes or not. So you're going to get the language, the way of speaking, because you're here, you're practicing, you're listening to other people. And there are people that speak better. There are people that they don't speak too much, but there's always room for improvement. Even if the person is making mistakes, you can just pay attention. Oh, I think she or he said something wrong, but you don't need to speak out. Please just bring to your head and try to learn on that. Jairo, what about you? What do you think about, yeah, let me change a little bit about the question. About other people trying to correct you or trying to tell you what you should do or should not do. How did you feel about that? About these complaints about who you are? Like you said, oh, people are saying that I'm like this. How do you react to situations?
Yeah, for me, it was very common to be corrected. It was a kind of old way to cheat, teach how to learn something, not just English, but other kinds of topics. But especially when we think about languages, I don't think that we should be corrected. In some ways, we should, but not when we are talking. I think because it's like it stopped our brain. You know, we are like building an idea, and every time that we are stopped, interrupted, it just broke the build that we were building. You know, so every time that someone was trying to correct me, I didn't realize that in the past, but it just stopped me. All right, it's wrong. But then what? Nothing. So in the exactly moment that someone stopped you to correct you, I think you stop. Yeah, all right. I know that I'm wrong, but what that what happened then? Nothing, because you were just interrupted. I think there is the appropriate moment to do it. One thing that I like here, for example, about talk and dog, we can see ourselves then in the YouTube, and I can correct myself just listening myself at YouTube. So I don't need someone else tell me that I'm wrong. I will realize that every time that I listen me. Yeah, so that's it. I don't like it. Not nowadays. I don't like it, but I remember when it happens in the past. I didn't realize that it was inappropriated. I knew in some ways that all right, he or she is doing his job. Like all right, you were trying to teach me English, but I think it's related to grammar, not exactly speaking. When we are trying to speaking, we should try avoid interruptions.
Love that. Really love that. Gabriele, in your opinion on this matter, what do you think?
I receive a lot of complaints and interruptions because I work with customer success, and sometimes I see it's necessary receive a feedback, good or bad feedbacks, because we work with the customer loyalty. But when we talk about learning about language and the stuff, I agree with Jairo, because when you're trying to talk, we doing all our brains to find words and find stuff. So when you interrupt, the people can go back with the thoughts about it. So it's hard. But when you're writing, I think it's good to receive feedbacks. It's very good.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, this is a good question. Have you ever in Portuguese wrote an email and someone, instead of replying you back, they replied like correcting you? Have you ever had this experience? Like you need a support and the person replied back like with the corrections on your email?
No, never happened to me.
Yeah, I
When send me emails is to ask something.
nice, nice. Gustavo, do you want to add something about this discussion before we go to the last question?
Yes, I agree with Jairo and Gabriel. I think in the process of learning any language, it's really nice for us to try to create idea for ourselves. And probably in a lot of moments I don't know some words, and mm, I can say in my mother language, but I think the best way you can do is explain the word that you try to say, and they gonna, oh, that's the word, so you say, oh yeah, that's the right, because you know the word but you don't know, it don't came up in the right moment. So and when the people are always correcting you about the language, you stop your process when you create the phrase, and it's hard for you to go back and speak again. And sometimes if you, every phrase that I speak here, you stop me, oh, you did this pronunciation is wrong, they said this other way, or no, it's not the right phrase in the structural way, it's not the right way of speaking that phrase. uh, so sometimes I feel shame with that, because oh, every time that I speak something, everybody stop me to say what I need to speak, but they don't know if I want to speak that way or can explain the other way. So you don't express yourself the way that you'd like to express yourself, something like that. And I think that's it.
Nice. So before we finish, I want you to share, I'm gonna ask everybody to share something that you are you wanted to complain about in your life. Like this is the moment to open up your heart and, well, I want to complain about something that I want to put out of my chest, something. So this is the moment for you to really.
I think we should have like a meeting. I'm complaining to you about TNT because I think
Go
we
ahead.
should have a time to enjoy together in person. Not even that's for me that's perfect. I think
We are.
that's the appropriate way to run the talk and talk. But like once a month, once a quarter or something like that, we should have a time together. Everyone from different cities should come here, maybe to São Paulo, or we should, try a meeting in different places and get together and drink and talk in English face, but face to
Awesome.
face.
Yeah, awesome. We are going to get back to the face-to-face meetings, the meetups, in October. So we are gonna have on-site meetings in São Paulo and Rio in October. So get ready for it. Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah. Who else? Who else? Who else? That's the moment. Yeah, you can complain about TNT as well, no problem. Okay. So
Felipe,
yeah,
I have to open my heart here.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm just laughing here because if you do this meeting just in São Paulo and Rio, I will complain.
Yeah. Oh my God. We are.
You need to
I'm
do it
looking.
in the main capitals, please.
Yeah, I'm looking. Actually, we are going to develop a system where we can have like a community leader in each city that can run the meetings on site, the meetups. So we are going to have like, which city are you?
I'm from, I would say I'm from Curitiba because it's capital here. It's near my
Yeah.
city.
So let's say that Ju is the leader, the community leader of Curitiba. So she is going to get like everything, all the support to run the meeting. So you're going to have like you're going to host and to receive the people from Curitiba to talk in English, to have like a conversation. So that's basically what we are going to do. So São Paulo and Rio, it's going to be a test on a new way of doing that, because I've done it already for a couple of years, and it was quite an experience. In 2019, it was like every Saturday for 3 hours. Every Saturday for 3 hours. Talk and Talk started online in 2016, and then I started the meetups on site in São Paulo around Paulista Avenue on 2017, and it lasted until the end of 2019. And then it came pandemic, and then we got back. We just had the online meetings. So, but now it's time to go back to the
Nice.
like each city. It's going to be great. So be ready for that. Maybe not this year, like in a regular basis, but for the next year, we are going to be like at least once a month in some parts of Brazil. Okay. Who else? Who else? Like just the last complaint before we
I have
finish.
one, but it's not
Go
a
ahead.
complaint. I would like to know, would you guys gonna have Spanish class like in the English? Because I studied Spanish and I really basic in Spanish, like 6 months. I am the immersion as well, but yeah, kind of in the process.
Yeah, we are in the process. I'm interviewing some native Spanish teachers. So the idea for maybe like this semester in Spanish, we're gonna bring some native speakers to run some immersions and also some classes for beginners, because I believe like the basic stuff, and I'm one of the students who really need some kind of basic stuff to speak, and like some tricky conversation classes for beginners like we have in English. But Spanish and French, it's really going to like French, we already have it, but in Spanish is the next one. We are going to build like beginner, intermediate conversations, and we are going to bring more immersions for Spanish.
Fine.
Yeah.
Really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I got like more than 60 resumes to watch, and it's been crazy. I have some people to talk, and yeah, we're gonna have it this
It's
semester.
nice that you have a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
So I hope, Aline, I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Was good?
Really much. Yeah.
Very good.
I'm really happy to be here, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna, maybe not tomorrow, but I'm gonna talk to I don't know if anyone of the team talked to you on WhatsApp or called you, but we're gonna be in touch with you just to understand your needs, what you're looking for, and to explain a little bit more about the conversations, what we offer, the mentoring, the material, the planner that we have, happy hours and everything. So you can have an idea of that. So just like if we call you from São Paulo, I don't know if you're São Paulo or not, but people do not answer phone call
No.
from São Paulo because they think it's
Yeah.
telemarketing, you know. So,
No, I have no problem with that. I was talking to Lucas,
Lucas, yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
Lucas.
And he explained me all the process, and I'm so excited.
Great. So hope to have you as a student, and once you sign up for a plan, you're gonna get like a mentoring session to explain you and to prepare yourself. Like Lucas is going to explain you better. Okay. So time is over. I want to thank Wedson, Aline, Gustavo, Ju, Jairo, Gabriele, and everybody else here listening or watching on YouTube. Thank you so much. It was really good, and hope to see you next meeting. See ya. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.